Good evening, VV Nation, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Monday 6 p.m. video. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Always glad to be here. On Mondays, I normally give my top weekly picks for both the US and Canada. But I want to concentrate on some of the videos that the channel has already been providing for you on stocks to take a look at. Gold, of course, everybody knows that. Rare earth metals, Ryan did a great video on rare earth metals. And the coal ash, where we can obtain a lot more rare earth metals. But you're going to talk a little bit about that in a second. Defense. I did a video on defense and why it's so important. And oil. Oil is on the rise. So I'm going to make a nice condensed, diversified list of those videos since they are such hot topics in the market. And let's get right into them right now. All right. So from the VectorVest system, I'm in my watch list. I've created this list of stocks covering those videos that we've talked about on this channel. It's not just about the 6 p.m. video. It's a lot about all of the other things that we talk about on the channel. So we're going to talk about SQQQ. That is going to be a hedge. That is going to be a day trade with a lot of the volatility still in the market. Markets still have big down days. This is a stock that I think you need to own, but on a day-over-day basis according to what the market is doing. We'll talk about that. Gold, of course, I'm playing the ETF. I'd rather play the ETF if I can rather than an individual play so that you can take advantage of the whole basket. On talking about rare earth metals, we have uamy and we have USAR. Two stocks you really got to keep your eyes on. Right now, USAR is getting killed. So these are stocks that I think you need to own now. We're going to dive into, if you don't own them, when you should be owning them. Defense, because defense is growing globally. Everybody needs to defend themselves. So defense is going to be a big play for the year. And again, oil. Oil is an early play, but we're going to talk about the why in a second. So these are my 6 stocks that you really need to own right now, covering a lot of the things that we've talked about on the channel, putting it into one concise list of stocks that can take advantage of a wide range of things that is going on. All right, so I've got a document to put together. I've already put together. Let's start off with oil, go down to oil. Gosh, there we go. All right, oil prices have experienced fluctuations recently due to the combination of geopolitical tensions, trade policies, and shifts in global demand and supply. Here's some factors: geopolitical tensions and sanctions. U.S. sanctions targeting Iranian oil exports, including measures against a Chinese refinery, have raised concerns about tighter global oil prices. Additionally, some of the OPEC members, such as Iraq and Kazakhstan, have pledged additional output cuts beyond prior quotas, contributing to supply constraints. Trade policies and economic indicators, market volatility and demand, and the recent development of April 21st. Oil prices fell more than 2% on the signs of progress in talks between the U.S. and Iran. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, which could potentially lead to an increase in Iranian oil exports. It's going to be very interesting. All right, now let's talk about gold. Everybody knows that gold is rising like nobody's business, right? And if I had a video right now that said nothing about gold, you'd probably be like, what the flying flip is going on? Gold prices have surged to record highs in April, reaching approximately $3,395.84 per ounce, making it a 29% increase since the beginning of the year. Key factors: escalating U.S. and China trade tensions, weakened dollars. Almost time for me to do another de-dollarization video. The U.S. dollar has declined into a 3-year low. And again, when the dollar falls, normally gold rises. People want to go to gold. Making gold more attractive to international investors contributed to its price increase. Central bank purchases, investors shift to safe haven assets. And Ryan and I have had this argument of, when the market gets under some pressure, where would you rather have your money, gold or crypto? And I think probably 80% of the people who are watching this video will probably say gold. So, if the market goes into deep, deep chaos, which would you rather have your money in? Type in the word gold or crypto. Gold or crypto. I'm in the gold side of the fence because I want something physical in my hands. That's just me. A Bank of America survey indicates that 42% of fund managers now favor gold, up from 23. That's almost 46. It's almost 2 times, double the amount of fund managers in gold right now. Supply constraints. Gold production faces challenges due to declining ore grades and stricter environmental regulations, particularly in South Africa. All right, so that's the gold story and why you need to be owning gold. All right, let's go to the next one, rare earth metals. Ryan did another great video talking about rare earth metals, talking about the coal ash, talking about the amount of rare earth metals we can get from the coal ash, and that Duke is going to do a massive cleanup of the coal ash. That could be a beautiful thing when it comes down to rare earth. China's export restrictions in response to the U.S. tariffs. China has imposed retaliatory export restrictions on rare earth metals elements. They got a lot of it. We ain't got so much. So that's going to cause rare earth metals to go up. Myanmar conflict. Myanmar and Kachin state have taken control of rare earth minerals or metals, disrupting the supply of the heavy rare earths. China's imports from Myanmar dropped 89% in February, exacerbating the global supply concerns. I think this coal ash story could be huge when it comes down to rare earth metals. Surging demand in high-tech and green energy sectors. You know, rare earth metals is used in everything, pretty much everything electronic, and that's why it's so important. Efforts to diversify supply chains. U.S. initiatives. The U.S. government is investing in domestic rare earth production and processing to reduce dependence on China. And folks, there is a huge dependency on China, and which is why the tariff stuff and the back and forth global war, trade war with China affects rare earths, and why this could be such a big mover. All right, when I go back and look, the 2 stocks I have in there are uamy and USAR. All right, and that's all of the story. So I'm going to put that down. So not only have I told you why these are the stocks that I think that everyone should own, but that document, put out the reasons of why these have the potential to grow and grow in a big way, and why you need to own them. Now, if you own them, that's great. If you don't own them, the next question is going to come out to, well, when should I buy any of these things? Remember, this is a list of stocks that I think that everyone should own. You probably all don't own these stocks, so let's talk about when you should think about getting in. All right, now, as I go to the list, I want to show you another reason why these are stocks that everyone should own. I'm going to go back 1 week, all right? I'm going to go back 1 week, and I'm going to quick test these stocks. These 6 stocks that I have, let's quick test them. This is just 1 week. 3.42%, not half bad. Out of the 6 stocks, 5 of them are up, 1 of them are down. All right, let's go back another week. Let's go back. Oh, no, I don't want to do it that way. Hold on. Let's close that. Let's go back 1 extra week. Let's go back to the 7th. Okay. Let's quick test them all. 18%. 5 of the 6 are up. SQQ is down. Remember, SQQ is a trade. It's more of a day trade. It's a hedge. This is to take advantage of the volatility. We'll talk about that in a second. But 18% in 2 weeks, where the market is only up 3.98%. Let's go back 3 weeks. Let's go back 3 weeks. This is why these are stocks that you got to own. Quick test them all. 3 weeks, 17.85%. 4 out of the 6 go up. All right, so this is the reason, and this is just 3 weeks worth of data on these stocks. Why these stocks are hot, I showed you the document. These are the reasons why I'm telling you that these are stocks that you've got to own now. Now, let's go back to stream. Let's talk about, if you don't own any of these, when should you buy them? Let's go click on Graph All. I'm going to use the 3 and the 8 exponential moving average. Why? Because I think that in a time, if I'm trying to talk about what stocks you should hold, I need short-term analysis. SQQQ. Look at the 3 and the 8 just crossed. Now, how do you trade the SQQQ? This is a hedge play. This is a trade. I'm looking for before I put the video on at $40.73. Right now, intraday, it's above that. Boom. I already got into it. I'm in it in my own portfolio. I set this up. Now, this is more of a trade. I am going to be in SQQ long as the 3 exponential moving average is above the 8. I'm also going to track levels of support and resistance. Now, once that reverses, I'm going to get out of the trade. This is an opportunity to hedge against your long positions on a down day. Boom. I like that. All right. So I gave you a buy point. New buy point would be 12 cents higher than the high. Let's go to the next stock. Gold. What should I do? Buy now. The stock is hitting a new 3-month high. The 3 and the 8 are in positive territory. RT is rising. Buy it now. That's all I got to say. And I'd like the GLD because it's an ETF that tracks the whole space. Next one, UAMY, little bit of a rebound day. Look at that. It's still a red candle today, but look at the open candle. Nice rebound. I'm okay with buying it today. Rebound day, monitor the 3 and the 8, stick to the plan. Open day today, I would take it today. I would really, and the 3 and the 8, 3 is still above the 8. The volume is there. The earnings per share is there. I wouldn't mind taking it today, looking at 5 cents higher than the high. Let's go to the next one, DFIN. Interesting. Upward trend, no longer there. When I wait, yes. My new buy point will be 12 cents higher than this level of resistance. Buy point would be $28.16. I say it's a stock that you should own. Now, if you own it right now, if you do own it, I'd be watching the 3 and the 8. If the price closes with the 3 below the 8, I'd take it off the table or take half off the table and wait for another buying opportunity. RT is now below 1. Again, I'm now taking you through the times you should be opportunities to buy into them. I still think long term this is a stock that you must own. Same thing with Gush. Gush is an early play. A lot of Middle East tensions going on, a lot of stuff going on behind the screen. I did like the upward trend. Look at today though, breaking down below the trend. If it continues to close and break down below the trend line, I'd probably take half off the table or take it all off the table and wait for a better buy point, 12 cents higher than the high. I would got it at $19.01. That's my new buy point if you don't own it. If you do own it, I'm watching the trend line. I'm watching the 3 and the 8 as an opportunity to get out and wait for another buying opportunity. USAR, big hit today. Got a bearish engulfing with follow-through. A lot of selling going on. I still like the play long term, but right now may not be the right time to get in. The 3 is still above the 8, though. If you want to still hold on to it and stick to the plan with the 3 and the 8, the 3 is still above the 8. Anything can happen within the next couple of days, all right? So those are the stocks. Those are the reasons why I think that these are must-own stocks. I've now broken down the opportunities to get into them if you're not currently into them. If you guys like these stocks, type the word ooh-wee. All right? If this is a good basket of stocks to own during these times right now, especially with that SQQQ as a trade, again, that's a great way to hedge your portfolio, but it is a day trade. If you like this group of stocks, type ooh-wee, I don't care how you spell it, in the chat. For those of you who are brand new to the channel, if you like what you saw here, consider hitting that subscribe button and bell icon so that you'll be alerted when new stocks like this, new videos like this come out. All my regular folks, if you like the content, make sure you hit the like button. I'm going to add some of these to my weekly portfolio in the software so that, throughout my other live streams, remind me to show you what stocks I got into during for my weekly picks. All right. With all of that being said, folks, thank you for joining me for this evening's video. And until the next time this video is over, until the next time, see ya.